Hello there! So today, I thought we should talk about middle grade books. Growing up and always being a reader, obviously I read a lot of middle grade, and I think a lot of it was really good stuff. But there's also some good stuff that's out there now. But I also have a younger cousin who's a huge reader, so I thought I'd bring him here today. This is Colin.
Hi.
So, you're a pretty big reader.
Yep.
What are you reading right now?
Well, right now I'm reading The Last Dragon Chronicles. I'm on the second book, Icefire.
The one that's like the fire within Icefire?
Yep.
Today we went book shopping, so I thought we'd do a little haul. I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that has been on my shelf for probably 7 years. How old are you?
I'm 11, going into 6th grade.
Some of this stuff has been on my shelf since I was 11. I'm going to start off and talk about one of my favorite series. So the first series I have is the Spiderwick Chronicles. Have you read them?
No, I've seen the movie though. I've heard good things about them and I'm pretty excited to read them.
Spiderwick is an insane series. It follows these 3 kids who move into this new house, sort of in the middle of nowhere, and they start discovering this field guide and all of these different creatures that live around them. I had such a good time reading these books. I think I flew through them in probably less than 2 weeks. As a slow reader too. What is the first book you bought today?
Pegasus, the Flame of Olympus.
And is this part of a series? It says book 1.
Yes. I've heard a lot of Roman mythology in it and stuff, so probably people that are interested in the Roman gods and
Cool.
heroes.
Yeah. I want to know if you've ever read anything by Cornelia Funk.
I've heard books about her, but I've never read of her.
I'm sure you've heard of Inkheart.
Yes,
Have you
I've
seen the
heard.
movie?
No.
Inkheart was so good. Such a good series. Do you see all this dust in
Yeah.
front of us? But another one that I remember really loving by Cornelia Funk was called Dragon Rider. Such a fun adventure story. It's a pretty big book, but it's one of those that's, you know, it's big because it has to be. So much happens. And it's just so heartwarming and adorable, and I love this book. So Cornelia Funk is my next recommendation. What's the next book you bought today?
The Mysterious Benedict Society.
So why did you pick this one up?
Kind of a fantasy and reality kind of mixed together. Sort
Okay.
of to create something more that not a lot of kids read, but...
Yeah, it sounds super, it sounds
yeah.
like this is something you would read in a break of something that's like really intense,
Yeah.
adventure, fantasy. And this is one of those that I think, even if you don't like middle grade books and you just need a break from YA, if you're a YA reader.
Yeah, just like a
This is a
cool
good
down.
one. Yeah.
So this is also book 1 in the series. So starting a new series.
New series that I used to love, Artemis Fowl. I remember it ended a few years ago, maybe like 3 or 4. These books are so clever and so fun. This is about this child prodigy detective genius and just follows really his misadventures.
Okay, so the next book I said before is the second book in the Last Dragon Chronicles series, Icefire.
Okay, I read these before.
20-year-old David Rain moves into a house. He's going to college and he moves in with a mom and a daughter. So the daughter's turning 11 and she's obsessed with squirrels. I remember that. The mom makes these clay dragons that are kind of not the best topic to talk about in that house, but they're supposed to come to life. In David's mind, like his dragon kind of talks to him, but like doesn't really.
And he's a writer too,
Yes,
right? Like
yeah.
he's writing a book
Yeah,
throughout.
he wrote a story.
I had a lot of fun reading those books. Who would you recommend them for?
Probably, I mean, anybody who likes kind of reality with a sort of twist, sort of, because
Okay.
I mean, there's a little bit of fantasy in there, but more like everyday life that goes on in the house.
Can't make this video without talking about good old Roald Dahl. I don't need to recommend Roald Dahl to anyone because everyone but Colin has read.
Sounds like a great author, but it's not.
Okay,
like,
well,
this is Kingdom Keepers Disney After Dark. A new technology is put into Disney where they have teenagers kind of set as like holograms, so they're guiding people through Disney, but at night the machinery malfunctions and it sends the teens on an adventure to save Disney from all the evil wizards and witches that take place in the movies.
the movies that we would be familiar
Yeah.
with. So those are all of our middle grade recommendations. I think there is something else you wanted to do.
Yeah, instead of the booktuber interviewing someone else, I'm going to interview the booktuber.
Oh god.
So I have a couple rapid fire questions. So,
Rapid fire. Oh god, this never goes well for me.
So would you rather To read a book, would you rather use an actual book or an audiobook?
Physical book.
Would you rather go to the library or bookstore to get a book?
Bookstore, sorry, libraries.
If there was a book about you, what would the title be?
If I were to write a memoir, well, it'd be really short, but I would call it Intentions.
What's the most unusual place you've read a book?
Probably in the shower, like not the bathtub, like
Yeah.
the shower.
What was your favorite book when you were in 6th grade?
The House of Night series throughout 6th grade. Shameless. Well, thanks for coming on my channel.
Thank you for inviting me.
Let us know what some of your favorite middle grade books were or are, or what you would like to see in middle grade. I'd love to hear from you, and I will see you guys very soon. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you want to?
Goodbye.
Where did you get that shirt?
Click the link in the description.
I will.